All right, I'm going to try to explain how to do the snake knot tie. All right, as I'm weaving up the leash, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually weave the core right into the leash where I want it to, and then when I get enough, about 1 inch in, then I individually go around again. And this enables me to like pull it through and pull it tight. And then what you got to do is you got to take your strands, and do 4 of them, okay? And you have to make, when it comes together, you have to make 2 of them come in, and one has got to be upright. The top is up. One of them, the bottom, has to be upright. See, the shiny part is actually down. And the other 2, you've got some choices. One is you can weave it through like I did with the brown strand here. The other one is with the green strand, you can see that I actually just took it straight down and it'll get locked into place later. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your brown strand, you're going to leave a gap underneath, and you're going to wrap it around right here and come up over the top. And what you need to do is you need to have all of the outer edge up. And this one is going to come up and around. It's going to go through that gap under there. Let's see. Then you're going to do it a second time. And this took me a long time to actually get this thing to work right. So it may be that somebody catches on really quick, like I did not, or not. And then what you're going to want to do is you've got to tighten it down. And that's the main trick, is to always make sure that not only you're tightening it down, but that you're actually figuring out where it's got to go, so that you've got your strands where they need to be. The more even you can make it, the nicer it's going to look. So then what we're going to do is we're going to line up the brown with the brown, just like this, leaving a little bit of a gap, and you're going to slide the green down into place, okay? And then you're going to flip this over, and you got the same thing going on here. You bring it down and around, and I usually use my finger to make sure that I've got a loop underneath there. And then you're going to slide the brown into place, and you always want to make sure, tighten it down. Do you have it where it needs to be? Over on this side, do you have it where it needs to be? Is it tight? You're going to bring the brown around. You're going to leave enough underneath, and you're going to tighten the green down into place. And I think I got it. Yep, you got to watch for this. It twisted just a little bit under there. Okay. All right. All right. Flip it over. You're going to continue on with the green, making sure that's kind of out of your way and laying flat underneath. You're going to slide it into place. All the while, you're keeping everything nice and even. And you got to constantly check as you're going down to make sure that everything is nice and even. So you can kind of see how it's all lining up here. Okay. And sometimes it can be really hard to keep it separate, like which green one are you working with, which green one are you not working with, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's easy to say it's simple. I don't know what other techniques are. Sometimes it seems to go together real easy. Other times it's a pain in the butt. So always check in, make sure how it comes together. Making sure this part's even. All the way down, as far down as you want to make it. Usually I do it 7 times, but it's really simple. It's just because I like 7s. So now, as far as like the extra pieces, you want them trapped under here. So now you can count. I have 7 of these. I have 6 of these. So when I pull this down, tighten it up, I have 7 and 7. Okay. So now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to cut this. You got to cut it really close. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to cut any of your leather. And that's when I take a pair of pliers and a needle. Okay. And the next step is to go underneath this, put the needle into place, and then ever so carefully, you are going to work the needle up underneath everything. And out the top. Okay. So now I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take my brown one right here that I've been weaving. See that right there? And I'm going to slide it through the eye of the needle. And then I'm going to pull it nice, slowly, but surely up to the top. Now, this is important. Leave it loose. Then we're going to turn this over and we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Come on. got to be very careful and make sure that you don't cut your leather. Okay, there we go. Let's come through. Now we're going to make sure we've got this piece, and this is what we've been weaving with, not one of the extra pieces. And you're going to slide that through the eye of the needle. And then you're going to grab a hold of this side very carefully, and you're going to pull it through. Again, not all the way through. Now, oddly enough, I found that what works best for me is baby clippers. So the next thing I want to do is we're going to make sure these pieces that are now locked into place, okay? We've got them right here. And I dropped the clippers. And what I want to do is I want to clip it fairly close, but I don't need to get too close, okay? So then we're going to go to this side. This is the part that's locked underneath. And we're going to go over here and we're going to clip that. Okay. And then the next step is to lock your stuff down. And we're going to pull this up. And the idea is we tuck all of that stuff up underneath. Now the green is underneath the green, the brown is underneath the brown, and then this part you do want to kind of pull it out, pull it down a little bit, get that as close as you can and as tight as you can. Now this doesn't need glue when you're done, because this is all the way backwards and underneath, and it's all interlocked and locked into place. It looks nice. Like I said, the other side, when I do the other side on the loop, I typically have to glue the ends under because you're going down. So, you know, that's something you've got to do. And if you've got any piece extra, like this right here, then I'll tuck that in with scissors later.